Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. Today is a day. Today is a brand new day, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Why am I happy? Well, because this week we were gifted some amazing gifts, and I'm pre-recording a lot of these videos. Today's actually Saturday. I don't know when this video is going to air. Because probably Wednesday, I don't know. I opened up this beautiful thing yesterday from Happy Mail. It is a spinning wheel. It was sent to me from Connie. And it is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. It really is. I have to go today and pick up. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I know nothing about spinning wheels. Like, where is my pamphlet? Oh, I put it in my drawer. So, when I did the unboxing yesterday, I didn't know that this was on the bottom of all of the packing peanuts. Which little man was so happy to see packing peanuts. So, this is my spinning wheel, and there was one thing missing from the spinning wheel, and it was just the tensioning string. And so the tensioning string looks very much to me like it's jute, or like, so I looked up a few videos on the tensioning string, and it looks like people are using either fishing wire or jute or cotton string. And so I'm gonna attempt it with jute. I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and get some jute today, and then we're gonna try that out for the first time. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it today because it's the weekend and everybody needs mommy to do something. I have to go grocery shopping, 100 things I need to do. But yeah, so it's the Kromsky spinning wheel that was sent to me. It's beautiful. Prelude and interlude. I think that's the prelude. I looked it up last night because I went upstairs after okay, now what happened yesterday? Which is another reason I'm in a fantastic mood today. Like, I am in such a good mood. So, you guys know that I have a slight obsession with Fall Out Boy. You'll even see Fall Out Boy gear in the background on one of my mannequins. And I love Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy very much has been a hyperfixation for me for the past, I don't know, 2 years or so. I loved Fall Out Boy when they came out in 2000. I think it was 2001 or 2002. I loved them, like, straight off the bat. Like, they were my jam. But then, like, through life, I became a mom, and, like, I stopped listening to my own music. I started listening to Lori Berkner Band and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and, like, you know, very Disney-heavy, kid-friendly music for years. And I kind of lost myself in being a mom. I lost Jen. And the past couple years, my daughter is actually... I feel like I'm going to cry. My daughter has brought me back to myself, which feels so liberating to me, because I have been a wife and a mom for so long that, like, I'm starting to rediscover myself, and I'm rediscovering myself without all the pain and toxic energy that I had growing up. So it's, like, fantastic. It's fantastic, right? I met Mr. Cinnamon, and I left a toxic environment to go live with him. So it's either toxic Jen life or Mr. Cinnamon. And so I'm Fall Out Boy is life right now. It's just, I mean, I listen to it every day. I listen to Fall Out Boy every day. The songs not only resonate with me, but, like, the beat lights my brain up. Like, there are things that light my brain up, and I say that it literally makes my brain go on fire. It makes me so happy, and so, like, it can change my mood. Music is one of those, color is one of those, yarn is one of those. So, like, yeah, well, long story long, right? Fall Out Boy was talking about on their social medias that they have, are you having post-tour blues? You can watch the Madison Square Garden concert on this app called Veeps, V-E-E-P-S. It's $11.99 a month, okay? I'm not keeping it long term, but I did pay for a month so that I could watch the concert, because, and there's a ton of concerts and live events in the Veeps app, app, my TV downstairs does not run the app. So we had to borrow a Fire Stick from Little Man to get it to run on the TV downstairs, which is where the surround sound system is. I blasted the concert last night. And me and Juju just relived our concerts. Like, we sat on the couch and I sat on the edge of the couch because I was dancing. Like, I'm not going to not dance. I'm at a concert, right? And we were discussing, like, God, they should really upgrade the chairs at concerts because this is fantastic. But nobody's sitting at a concert. You're standing up and dancing. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Like, me and her were just rocking out by ourselves in the living room. I mean, Little Man was sitting next to us, but he was doing his technology thing. He was playing on his tablet with his headphones on, and every once in a while he would get up and pretend he was playing the guitar or singing in a microphone, and jump around, and then he would get in the way of the TV, and so I'd tell him, just scoot over a little bit so I can see my husband. Just scoot over. I need to see Patrick Stump. Scoot over. And then he'd go back to his tablet. But mostly it was just her and I rocking out, and it was fantastic, and it made my mood so happy. And then last night after the concert, I made myself a little bit of dinner at almost 10 o'clock, and then I came in here to put my spinning wheel together, having no idea what I was doing. And even the directions, they tell you to put, this is really funny, they're like, locate the mother of all. Well, I'm the mother of all, right? But apparently there's a part on here that's called the mother of all, and you have to put it on, and there's a tensioner, and there's all these words I don't know. And so I'm sitting here trying to put it together, and Mr. Cinnamon, being the husband that he is, cannot let me do anything by myself because he has to assist. And it's a good thing he did, because my wrist was hurting because I clapped a couple of times during the concert, and like, yeah, I hurt myself. I hurt myself clapping. So, with that, he helps me put the spinning wheel together, and she's beautiful. She's beautiful. Let's see if I can turn this way if you guys can see her, but nope. She's like directly behind me. Excuse you. Here, Tommy's gotta move this. Move your butt. Ow, 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 ow. We'll put it right there. Go to your bed. Well, you can kind of see her. She's right here. She's beautiful. She spins. Hey, Lita, get out of there! She might need to be greased a little bit. Or maybe the tension needs to be adjusted. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because I was watching all kinds of videos last night. Like, I stayed up. I stayed up to put her together. And then I stayed up. Get out of that box. That's Happy Meal I forgot to show you guys. This is a Happy Meal I forgot to open yesterday, so we'll open that today too. I feel like there was something else. I did get two things. What was it? What was it? Okay, you guys are gonna laugh. Alright. If you watched yesterday's video, you will know that I said there was a third package from Michigan that never showed up. Well, apparently I picked it up, but they didn't scan it in that I picked it up. Oh, Oreo, there's not room in here for you. And it's sitting on my desk, and they went hunting for it yesterday and couldn't find it. And I had it on my desk the whole time. So, I feel like there was something else. This is why I need to open. I know that I had another package. What was it? What was it? And what did I do with it? Alright, so anyway. Put the spinning wheel together. Today I fully plan on spinning it. Alright, so I got this really cute card. Now, this card is from a different Connie. This Connie is in Oklahoma. That Connie is in Kansas. So, all of the Connies love me this week, okay? And she sent me a note. And What did I do with my glasses? Yes, she works at a Hallmark, and she saw this card and thought it was perfect for me. Alright. So, really sweet card. It says, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what to say, but one thing's for sure. I promise to pray. We got a couple of sympathy cards for Grandma passing, which is really, really sweet. So with sympathy, Mr. Cinnamon for sure appreciates it just as much as I do. And this one is from Denise in Ontario. And she sent a prayer thing. Consoling words from the heart of Jesus, and there's a prayer on the back. So, totally appreciate that. And then, this one's from Bonnie. Sorry to hear about your loss. So, thank you so much from my family. Thank you so much for those. And then this came from Gregory, Michigan. Her name is Carolyn. Carolyn! She sent me... I swear there was a note in here. Oh, there it is. Alright, so she sent me goodies because, in case you're new here, in case you don't know, I have a slight obsession with the national park system here in the United States. Actually, I wouldn't mind visiting national parks from all over the world, but, like, my husband doesn't fly, and I don't travel without him. So she said, I remembered that you love the national park, so I bought a few things for you. Then she said the pen dried up because she changed color. Hope you love and enjoy them. I actually was so excited to see this. Now, I haven't been to any of the parks in Utah, I don't think. And so this is Utah Rocks, and it has Arches National Park, Canyonlands, Natural Bridge, and Hovenweep. Oh, there's different things on the other side, so that's what I just read to you. And this side says Bryce. I've never been to Bryce's Canyon. I always want to go. Zion, haven't been to. Capitol Reef and Cedar Breaks. There are parts of the United States that, I kid you not, when you're there, you feel like you're on another planet. I have not been to any of the places in Utah. Most of the places I've been is like Arizona, New Mexico, like in that region. I mean, it's all the same region, but Grand Canyon. One of my favorite, I have two favorite national park. Well, actually, I have more than two. I'm gonna be honest. There's a long list, okay? The two that are there's three that are otherworldly. So 3 national parks that are completely otherworldly when you go to certain places, or you literally feel like you've stepped on a different planet because you don't expect to see those things because they're not part of our everyday life, okay? The first one is Painted Desert. What's the other half of the name? Painted Desert. Why can I not think of it? Petrified Forest and Painted Desert. It's like it's all in one area. It's technically two separate national parks. But there's a lot of petrified wood there that really looks like just colorful rock. But it's actual trees that have been petrified. And it's beautiful. And you can buy pieces of the petrified rock. Juju got some at the thrift store because somebody donated it after they purchased it. And so she has a whole bin of it. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, okay? They had a table that was made out of a slice of a petrified tree. And it looked like stained glass, but it was a tree. There was still like evidence of bark around the outside that had been petrified, calcified. And the center was turned into almost crystal, colorful glass. The most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It was like $12,000. It was beautiful. And God help me if I was rich, I would have one of those tables. But it was just so... Actually, I wouldn't even mind like a sun catcher sized one. just to display because it's beautiful, but like that stuff is expensive because it's rare, you know? They can't recreate it. Another one that is otherworldly for me is in California. It's Sequoia National Park. And the reason it's otherworldly to me is you feel like you've stepped into a land of giants, but you're like a regular sized person because the trees are indescribably huge. You think about an average tree, like maybe 10 feet, you know, these are like so big, like my family could hold hands and we wouldn't even cover the front of the tree. I mean, it's just, I cried the first time I saw one. Thank you. Mr. Cinnamon brought me flowers. Those are beautiful. I love the color. Oh, it's got sunflower. Thank you. Can you go put these in water for me? Just stick them in a vase and I'll deal with them. Thank you. Eat your heart out, ladies. He does that frequently. So the sequoia trees are just like, I can't even describe them. There is something magical in those forests. There really is. I wish I could describe it better to you, but like you feel, and it's not just the trees that are big there. They have, I don't remember, I want to say it's Queen Anne's lace, but it might not be Queen Anne's lace. It might be another variety of flower, but it kind of looks like the Queen Anne's lace flower. It's just a weed, okay? But in normal life, they're like this big, but the heads of the ones in Sequoia are like this big. And so, I mean, I literally could hold it up and it would cover my body. They're huge. Everything just, there's so many things there that are just enormous. And what's funny is the sequoia seeds, the pine cones, are like this big. So my pine tree outside of my house has pine cones like this big. Yeah, a sequoia pine cone is like this big. And it grows into something I couldn't even describe. Like, the trunk is bigger than this room. Just picture that, okay? The trunk of these trees would not fit in a 12 by 12 room. It is, and they're really tall too. They're not the tallest tree in the world, but they're the biggest by, I think it's by weight or by mass or something like that. Otherworldly. You just literally feel like, and part of one of the Star Wars movies was actually filmed in Sequoia National Park. So you can get an idea of like the big giant trees with the Wookiees, you know. And then the third national park that is like out of this world is Yellowstone. I have not been to all of the national parks. I would love to one day, but like those are the three that really stand out as just out of this world. Painted Desert, aside from the petrified wood, Painted Desert has landscapes that is white. So the land, the mountainous area, the valley, like the peaks, like it's just white. And it's called Blue Mesa. Look it up. I got pictures of it. It's beautiful. Maybe I'll edit some of the pictures and if I can remember, but I'm probably not going to remember. Let's be real honest. And there's parts that are like almost amethyst colored, purpley blue colors. And when it rains, that blue really saturates through the white and it just is like, you literally feel like you're on another planet. Like maybe Pluto or something. I don't know what color the landscape is in Pluto, but that's what I picture Pluto looking like. It's like you, and even the mud, because little man ran off of the road and he ran into the mud and it was like a clay mud because it had rained recently and it caked on his shoes and it was like the color of ash, like, you know, white hot ash, but like clay formed and it was all over his feet. And he had sandals on. He was probably all of 2 years old. I mean, it was caked on his feet. And it's beautiful. And then back to Yellowstone. Yellowstone I'm telling you, and by looking at Utah, what I know about Utah, there's a lot of places in Utah that are absolutely otherworldly that I definitely want to visit. Yellowstone has the geysers, and there's parts of the land that's white because it's like the acid levels are so high in the land, like everything is dead, and it's like almost burnt look, but like white ash burnt look. And there's these boiling pots of water that are in the ground, like ponds that are steaming and boiling, but the colors inside from the minerals are like fluorescent turquoise and fluorescent green, and is the most breathtaking scenery. You just can't describe it. And then you'll just see like a buffalo just like stand in front of your car. All of this I've experienced. It's magical. So the national parks are like in my heart. Okay. Grand Canyon, which is funny, she sent me Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon terrifies me. I'm scared of heights. I'm terrified of falling. But I have said to everyone, so this is a sticker, this is a keychain, which I have neither, and I've been to the Grand Canyon twice. The Grand Canyon terrifies me because I'm terrified of falling. I'm terrified of heights, like petrified. And when we went both times, the little man was pre-medicine ADHD, pre-diagnosed ADHD, running all over the place. I couldn't catch him. He was too fast. And there are parts of the Grand Canyon where there's no rails at all. And I just kept picturing him running off. And so I was so terrified. I was literally shaking and my heart was pounding the entire time I was outside of the buildings at the Grand Canyon. But Mr. Cinnamon pushed me, which he does very often. He is the reason I am who I am, because he pushes me beyond my boundaries a lot. And when he met me, I had really bad social anxiety. I would leave places if there were too many people. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I was very just recluse almost. And he constantly pushed me out of my comfort zone and pushed me to do things that I was scared to do. And he's why I'm as social as I am today. Well, him and my photography business like really made me blossom as a person. He is so loud. He's finally in a good mood. I don't know. He's excited about something. And he really pushed me at the Grand Canyon because I told him how magical would it be to get sunrise pictures at the Grand Canyon, right? And so he got a hotel on the rim, and he woke me up at 5 a.m. with my camera, and we went out on the rim and we just took pictures of the sunrise over the Grand Canyon. And I was terrified, shaking until the sun came up. Because honestly, it's pitch black out there and it's terrifying. Okay, you already know that there's a huge drop and you can't see it. So it's really scary at night. It's really scary at night, okay? And honestly, it was just him and I. Juju and little man stayed in the hotel room because she was old enough to keep an eye on him. And we were just right outside the hotel room. And it was a magical moment that I will never ever forget till I die. Like, it was incredible. So yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with the Grand Canyon. I recommend everybody go there once. Don't know that I want to go back. But I recommend seeing it. And then these stickers are so cool. Now, if you don't know, I also really, really love lizards. Like, I love lizards. And this is a lizard with, looks like Arizona rock behind it, but it could be Utah. These stickers are absolutely just gorgeous. This is Arches National Park. It's beautiful. And then she sent me postcards from Arches, which I've never been. Aren't these beautiful? Just beautiful photographs. I like postcards for a lot of reasons. Like, I've always wanted postcards, but also, like, I admire the photography that goes into this because, I mean, I was a photographer. I still am at heart, but I just look at these and then I always look and see who took the picture. It's a stock image. Photographer Dietrich Stock. This photographer is Brian Parker, Tom Stack and Associates. Because I give recognition to the photographers. Scott Smith. Jeff Gnass. Nass. Oh, look at petroglyphs. Sam Weiner. Beautiful, beautiful. One day I'll get out there. One day. Thank you so much, Carolyn. I forgot about that yesterday. I know that I have another one. I just don't know what I did with it. I think I had another. Anyway, what I really can't. I didn't come on here and do any of this. I'm like, I might as well talk about it while we're here. So I placed an order. I told you guys I placed this order. Now, for those of you that don't know, I have not been buying yarn. I have not been buying much of anything because finances are tight right now for a lot of reasons. A lot of things have been popping up, and like just, it's been one thing after another, after another, after another. Okay? My purchases have been minimal because I'm helping pay some of the bills that that have popped up, you know, that there wasn't just extra money to take care of. And we're not broke, but like I feel broke because I can't buy yarn like I was buying, and that's fine. Everything's fine. But I splurged and I made a couple purchases this month. I really did, because I'm like, okay, I'm busting my hump on this channel and I deserve to at least take a portion of my money and not put it into bills. Okay? I'm gonna be real honest. Like, I'm like, I had a screw it attitude this month, and I'm like, I'm making a couple of small purchases, which I did. So this is from Koigu, and if you don't know, I love, love, love Koigu. And if you watched yesterday's video, I got Koigu magazines because I love their yarn. Well, I don't know how often or if this is a fairly new venture with them dyeing roving, or fluff as I call it. And the fluff is what I put in the spinning wheel and I turn into beautiful, gorgeous yarn. One of my favorite things I ever spun was Koigu, and I bought a braid from them, and I told you guys the story, like, it was a mess up, like, oh, my battery hang. Alright, so when I ordered the roving last time, I was just new spinning. I have only spun to this point on my drop spindle, and actually, cute story, okay. Little man asked me when he saw that, he's all, can I try it out? I'm like, yeah. And I let him sit on my lap, and I showed him how to work the pedal. And he's all, does this mean we're not going to spin on our spindles anymore? And I was like, no, we're still going to spin on our spindles. He's all, oh good, because I've been wanting to spin on my spindle. And I'm like, oh my god, you're so cute, kid. Like, he's the only one of my children that have shown an interest in yarn of any kind. And yeah, I would gladly spin with you every day of my life if I could. Like, oh, here's the Koigu. Speaking of which, this is the Koigu that I spun. I spun 3 hanks from one braid. And this one, I tried to create a self-striping yarn from the braid. This was the rainbow colorway. I actually, it's funny because I ordered the wrong one. And their website's a little bit confusing when you order from them, because it will, you can click on the picture, but it doesn't change what the selection is in the bottom. So in order, I mean, you can scroll through the pictures of the yarn, so it'll say, this is a colorway, this is a colorway, this is a colorway. You scroll through the pictures, but it doesn't change what is selected. So it's still selected on the first one, the circle, and that's what happened. I thought I was ordering the rainbow one because I clicked on the big picture, but I didn't click on the colorway below. And so I actually ordered the wrong one. I ordered one that was supposed to be blue, mostly blues. And I got an email and she's all, I don't remember what the colorway was. It actually turned out more rainbow. And she showed me a picture of it and it was very much rainbow. I was like, can I tell you the truth? Like, I wanted the rainbow and I accidentally ordered the wrong one. So like, I'm happy with that. Can you send it to me? And she's all, yeah, like, cool. And you know, it was slightly, there was a bit that was maybe a little bit felted, but it did not affect the spin at all. And this was one of the softest yarns I've ever worked with. I have worked with Corriedale, I've worked with Merino, from lots of different people, but the Koigu was the softest, and it made the softest fabric of all of the yarns that I spun or have spun to date. Like, it's just so soft and fluffy. All right, is this not beautiful? And because they dyed it in a braid, there were white spots in where the braid overlapped. It's called resist. And so the dye doesn't penetrate when you braid it. And so where it was very bold colored in the braid, it spun up much more watercolor, like pastels, which I love this colorway. And I have 3 of these. So they sold out. And I think it was a new thing that they were trying. Like, can we dye and sell roving? Because they mostly are known for their hanks, their painter's palette. And I saw recently that they relisted. They finally have some more, and I've been watching because I really enjoy their roving. Their roving is really, really nice. I've been watching. Did they list more? Not only did they list more, they listed a Barbie colorway, which, I mean, I'm here for it. Barbie was my best friend growing up. I loved Barbie. I told the story about the Cabbage Patch Kids when I was growing up. My godmother, who's the only person who really was only for me. Like, she's the only person in my entire life up until Mr. Cinnamon that only cared about me. She could care less about my sisters because she was my godmother, you know. She was also my 4th cousin, but like she was my godmother. And she was a very strange woman, and sometimes she was just mean, but like she's the only person that was ever out for just me. And every year for my birthday and for Christmas, I would get a shopping spree with her, and she'd take me to Sears and buy me a new winter coat because I didn't have one, or she'd let me buy whatever I wanted at Toys R Us. And I was always like I am now. I was very humble. I was never greedy. I was always of the mindset, like, don't spend too much of this lady's money. Like, she's like, I just, even as a 5-6-year-old, I never asked for a lot. I wanted a Barbie. Or I wanted a Cabbage Patch doll. And Cabbage Patch dolls are expensive. But I just, that's all I wanted. And she would always ask me, is there more? Is there something else you want? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, come on, let's go look a little bit more. And then she would buy me another Barbie. Or like, I had a lot of Barbies because of Helen. And my little sister used to steal my Barbie stuff because she wasn't as cool as me. But yeah, it was pretty awesome. So I have Barbie. I loved Barbie growing up. Like, I loved Barbie. Teresa was my favorite because Teresa was brown haired. Actually, I think Teresa was supposed to be the Hispanic version of Barbie. She was my favorite. Like, I loved Teresa. I didn't relate to the blonde Barbies. And then when Barbie started releasing like the more realistic looking shapes, like the short Barbie or the fat Barbie, I made sure Juju had those. Because we're not skinny people, and I just wanted her to have a Barbie that she felt looked like her. And she still to this day like loves her dolls. I mean, she has a couple collectors, but she don't keep them in the box. She has collectors that she brushes their hair and gets them dressed. Kind of like Kayla. So, she's going to kill me for saying that. So I opened the box and there's just brown bags in there. But it's because I ordered 3 braids and they wrap them individually. A couple reasons they do that. The fiber, like I said, the fiber in the Koigu fluff is very soft and lofty and fluffy. And too much friction against other fibers or itself, it will like fuzz up and not look pretty when you open it. But also if it rubs on the color next to it when they're 2 different colors, there could be transfer of fluff. So yeah, look how beautiful these are packaged. I'm so excited because like not only do I have new fluff, but I have that thing to try out. Now the Koigu's not going to go on here right away. I'm going to try out honestly, I think I'm going to try it out with the acrylic first because the acrylic is really cheap, easily replaceable, and that will give me practice so that I don't screw up the good yarn. And then the Koigu is absolutely going to go on the spinning wheel. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. This is the best week of my life. All right. So, eat your heart out, Laura. She knows. Is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Ugh. Alright, so this one is color 216. It is 100% merino, approximately 150 grams, and it has the really cool, it looks like a tiger to me, but it's a sheep. The sheep lion is on their tag. Is this not beautiful? Oh. And it smells so good. Oh. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. These do have color names. Let me open up their website and see if I can get the color. That's going to work up so beautiful. Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming has been giving me a hard time because I say very frequently that I don't like the color orange. Like, I don't like orange by itself. You put orange and pink together, it's my favorite color. Because I don't know why, but pink and orange and yellow together, ugh. Okay, it just, it lights my brain up. Alright, I'm gonna go to their website and see if I can find the colors. But if they sold out of the Roving, it's not going to show. Alright. This one is... It doesn't have a name. 216. I cannot with this. Okay. I think the only thing that would make this even prettier is a little bit of this color. Right? I mean, it kind of has it a little bit there, but like, oh. And because this is braided, see the white spots? It won't be this vibrant when I spin it. It will be more muted, but I just want to breathe that in. That is so, so beautiful. All right. Now, they wrap this so nice in this paper. Koigu is one of my favorite, like, high-end companies, and these were only $20. They're only $20. $24. Take it back. They're $24. I had a coupon, though. I have a 10% off coupon taped to my wall right there, so... They do send you postcards occasionally that will give you 10% off your next order. That says Stormy Skies. I think this is the rainbow colorway. Color 820. See, and this has purple in it. Matches my hair and my dress a little bit. And it's beautiful. Let me double check my phone. Let's see. Thinking this is the rainbow colorway. I think this is the rainbow. Merino 820. Let me click all the things and make sure. Nope, 820 is its own colorway. Is that not beautiful? Ugh. This has got to be the Barbie colorway. Unless that was the Barbie color. No, I think this one's got to be. This one's smushed a little bit. And unlike the first braid that I got from them, the first braid I had felt like there was little crunchy bits. This doesn't at all feel like that last one, so this one's probably going to be even softer and more luscious.
I just saw a video.
I'm recording.
That's fine. You know how Lucas wants to go like rock hounding?
Moonstone, and both of those are UV reactive. And then another layer of confetti sand.
Let me show you.
We have some fresh confetti sands. These are tumbled authentic crystals in our sand. A crackable geode that looks like this inside. A piece of amethyst druzy, tiger's eye, some garden quartz points, black tourmaline, tree agate, chevron amethyst, some ocean fossils, lepidolite, and rainbow moonstone, and both of those are UV reactive. Let's add in another layer of confetti sand, red jasper, raw carnelian, blue quartz, Russian amazonite, rose quartz, mini geode. Last scoop of confetti sand, top it all off. This is on a crazy deal because it's the TikTok summer sale. So from now until the 7th, I'm also adding in one of these agate slices for free. And don't worry, they don't break. This is a while supplies last.
I'm like, you get one of those and you just find
Your
it.
daughter would actually like that too.
Well, I know, but like for him, you just like dump it out somewhere and be like, yeah, let's go rock hounding. You let him look for it.
Oh my god, he would die.
That's $30.
That's not bad.
Oh.
Half of that's probably like painted though. Juju said she can tell the difference between fake whatever you call it, and like real, genuine colored.
Well, I just thought about that because I was like, he
would probably really like that. Do in the backyard in the sand pit.
Well, it's all grass now.
Well, I mean, I'm down. That actually is a really genius idea. It was a bucket, and they were layering sand with rock hounding rocks. Jasper, she put a slice of agate in there. Tiger's eye, like, you know. The stuff. We watch rock hounding. If you don't know what rock hounding is, it's literally you just go looking for rocks. And we have learned a lot by watching Agate Dad. I actually really like Agate Dad a lot. He does Lake Superior agates a lot because he's in Minnesota. I think he's in Minnesota by Lake Superior. And that's the one Great Lake I've never been to is Lake Superior. I've been to all other of the 4 Great Lakes, but I've not been to Superior. And he opens up agates from Malawi and all over the world. He buys them. It's just really fascinating. And I've learned a lot about rocks from watching those type of videos. You never know by looking at a rock that if you actually slice it open, there's like magic inside of some of them. So, yeah. And this one, no. I thought one of these was a Barbie colorway. Let me go back to their Instagram, because maybe this is the Barbie colorway, but I don't think that is. Let's see, Instagram. That's not what I was expecting. But I also ordered this over a week ago, so I probably forgot what I ordered. Barbie Dreams. Yeah. This is Barbie Dreams. Color 820. Barbie Dreams come through when you spin this 100% merino roving. On the website, it looks more pink and aqua. And there's pinks in there. Yeah, well, I'm not dissatisfied with that though. I just was expecting something different. It's fine. And then this one I think is the rainbow. Yep, this one is rainbow. This is very much muted rainbow. This is it's very on the dark side. But you can't tell, like I said, because these are dyed as a braid. This one looked more along the lines of this before I spun it. So just take that in, okay? These are gonna spin up way differently than they look. This is very dark leaning for me, and I don't like it, but I think this is gonna spin up beautifully. It's gonna be much more pastel when I spin it, and not so. It looks a little muddied to me, but it's not ugly. It's just it's a little more fall toned, and I really like brighter colors, not warm colors. But it's pretty. It's beautiful. I like the last time it was just sent as a braid, and I like that they coiled it up like this. This actually stores better flat like this. I'm gonna slide them back in their envelopes. But yeah, $24 a piece. Now when I went to the and like I said, this makes 3 of these. So you just do a little math. This at a store, hand spun, 30 bucks. Very easily 30 bucks. Okay? Very easily 30 bucks. And this is just a 1 ply, so it's only 1 ply. But that's, I'm gonna say it's probably a worsted weight. This makes 3 of those, so if you're making your own yarns, buy one, get 2 free. I'm gonna be real honest. And it's cheaper for me to spin my own yarn and create yarn that no one else in the world has than it is for me to buy something that someone else has spun up, or something that has been hand dyed by somebody, or like a local dyer. And so this is technically a local dyer, but like the cost, $24. That might seem like a lot to you, but it's not. Like, it's not. These are 30 bucks everywhere. You guys already know. The prices of hanks have gone up so much significantly. Like, when I first started working with wool a couple years ago, it's only been like 2 or 3 years. That might be 4 years. Sorry, I'm trying to put these back in their beautiful packaging so that I can store them without them getting all... Yuck, this one's my favorite. This one's my favorite. This is more Barbie than the other two to me, but like, this is my favorite. And I believe I have a yellow and orange braid. Maybe it's a yellow and red from Kim Dyes up there. And that would blend beautifully with this. And I want to make a fractal, which is a whole nother thing I need to learn how to do, but this one, that one's going to stay out. That one, I got to show that one to Mr. Cinnamon. That one's my favorite. So when I saw Koigu release new braids, new roving, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Like, I have to buy it. I have to. So like I said, I did have a 10% off coupon for those, so I actually got them better than 24. It was like $2.40 off of each one, so 2, 4, 6, 7. It was like 7 something off, $8 off. Which, I mean, that's 20, 40, 60, $64 for the 3 of them, plus $10 shipping. Wasn't bad at all. And those 3 braids are going to create 9 hanks. And you can't get that anywhere else. So, and this yarn is delicious. It's so soft and squishy. It's like so good. Now, I just need to get the tensioning string for that. And I'm going to be practicing on that as soon as I have free time today. Mr. Cinnamon sounds like he's cooking us breakfast, which is fantastic because I'm starving today. I danced all of my calories off yesterday. Yeah, I couldn't resist when Koigu released those braids again. I was like, yeah, every time I see them release braids, I'm going to buy them. And if you're a spinner, like, I cannot... This was spun on my spindle. So, I mean, you don't need a big spinning wheel to create beautiful yarn. You really don't. This spindle is like a $30 spindle. So, you can do this on a really low income. Like, I have also gotten raw fluff, not raw, it's not raw, just white undyed roving for $10 for, I think it was 4 ounces. So, it doesn't have to cost a lot to spin and make your own beautiful yarn. It just takes learning something new. It takes trial and error, watching 100 videos. Jillian Eve is my favorite spinner. She's my favorite spinning teacher. I go to her first. I really just like her videos. I like the way she talks. I feel like she teaches the way I teach. And it's okay to make mistakes. And it's okay if it doesn't look right the first time. And it's okay to make mistakes. And I was watching her video on how to use a spinning wheel for the first time. And she said, just practice without any string. So the pedal... You gotta push the pedal. You gotta learn how to push the pedal. So practice just pushing the pedal. Just sit there and push the pedal till you feel comfortable. Because if you don't push, and I'm gonna do a whole video of me trying that out for the first time. We're gonna show all of my mistakes and errors. I hesitate doing a video like that because I have I have a fat body, okay? And when I'm sitting down, like, all the fat gets pushed upward, so I look fatter sitting down than I do standing up. Or even from this angle, I look very slender right now. And when I sit down, like, my stomach is the biggest part of my body, and I'm very self-conscious about that. And I know I shouldn't be, and I preach not to be, but that's the one thing I hesitate, is like, I'm sitting at that, and I feel like I'm gonna look really fat. We're gonna do it anyway. And She said just practice the pedal. Just practice. And I was doing that last night. I was just pushing the pedal. Because if you don't push it and let it come all the way back up, it actually reverses and goes the other direction. And you can't do that when you're spinning. So we're going to practice. We're going to practice the pedal. I'm going to get the tensioning string on there today. And I'm going to practice probably with the acrylic. But I'm so excited. But I will film whatever I do on that thing. Bentley's laying on the floor. He's hot. He's panting. I'm so excited. Like, this has been... I've had a rough couple of months. I'm going to be real honest with you. And I feel so happy today. I felt so happy last night watching that concert with Juju. And I just feel happy. I feel, like, joyous. I don't feel worried about anything in this moment. I know that worry will come later because, I mean, there's just things that worry me right now. But I just... right now in this moment, I'm so happy. It's just, we'll put these wow, this is a vibrant picture between my hair and this yarn. My hair's starting to fade a little bit, so I need to touch it up, but oh my god. Is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? And it's really soft. Like the last one I said was a little bit crusty. This is not at all. There's not a crunchy spot on here. And it's not easy to dye roving. It's not. There's like a whole... I did a whole video on dyeing roving for the first time. And my dyed roving is still hanging up there. I haven't... I just want to look at it for a little while before I use it. I've said in recent videos, I even told Mr. Cinnamon, I feel so connected to spinning. And I've always felt connected to crochet because I grew up with crochet. Like my mom crocheted, my grandma crocheted. Who knows before that who crocheted? I do have Native American roots. I have Chippewa Indian in my blood. But I don't know how far back the yarn art goes. And knitting, not really connected to it. I enjoy it sometimes, but sometimes I don't enjoy it. I gotta be in the mood to knit. I love that I have that skill under my belt. But I don't feel connected to knitting the way I do crochet. And then when I started spinning, I've said this, like, I feel so connected to it. I feel like I've been spinning my whole life. And some of you have mentioned past lives. And I don't know. I don't know what I believe in regards to past lives. I'm totally, like, I'm... There's also a belief, and I was talking to Mr. Cinnamon about this, there's also a belief that, and this is a Native American belief, when you are born with all the knowledge of your ancestors in you, which would make sense because you literally are carrying the DNA. So you have them in you. And you're born with the knowledge of all your ancestors, and maybe it's partly that like you're born with that anyway. You just have to access it. But there is something that is connected with me and spinning that is it's a spiritual thing for me. It very much is. It's just, it's hard to describe, but I just feel really connected to it. And that's why I'm so happy today. Because I have not been able to spin on my drop spindle because my wrist is messed up. And I don't have like mobility to spin the spindle, and I'm scared I'm gonna, but with that, I can draft. So I'm gonna actually be able to spin with that while my wrist is still healing. So thank you again, Connie. I am so eternally grateful for my gifts. Just, I cannot, like my brain is gonna explode from trying to think about it, you know? And it's so crazy that my Koigu came today after I just put that together last night. It was like perfect timing. So, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Guys, this is bonus footage. Grand Canyon at sunrise. I'm just gonna talk over. This is Painted Desert, if you don't mind. This is Painted Desert with a petrified log. Painted Desert. You see what I'm talking about? It's otherworldly. The white parts of Painted Desert like this is actually Blue Mesa, but it's part of the same park, but it's just called Blue Mesa. Sunrise at the Grand Canyon. I was terrified, but it was beautiful. Let's just breathe this in. It was terrifying, but beautiful at the same time. I miss being a photographer sometimes, I'm gonna be real honest. I still have the equipment, I just don't have the time or the patience. This is a petrified chunk of tree. It's actually crystallized and fossilized. Fossils. Part of Blue Mesa. Painted Desert once again. Painted Desert is my favorite. Like the colors just Grand Canyon. Coming up next is some Yellowstone photographs. This is those hot bath things that I was telling you about that are really vibrant. This is Gus. This is a buffalo. He stopped our car in traffic. I don't know if that's his name. This is also Yellowstone. Back to Sequoia. See how big the tree trunk is? It's crazy. This is the flower I was telling you about, the Queen Anne's lace. It's as big as my chest. Still Yellowstone. I think that's Lake Yellowstone, but I'm not positive on that. I think this is Sequoia. And then this is a geyser at Yellowstone. Thanks for watching.